The lights are on, and they're shining brightly, literally and figuratively on this Saturday night. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. On the run from inside his own 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. And they've got the veteran, this senior quarterback, to guide the ship. They were all over him for the entire game last time out. 3 sacks and a couple of picks. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Looking for a crease, it's Shepard. Dropped immediately, he got nothing on 1st down. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Out wide right, it's Silva. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Finds his man. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Sees an alley. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. They'll run him again. This time the defense was ready and they stop him in his tracks. 3rd and 3. They'll try to get the first through the air. Finds his tight end. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. The running back has it. Sweet cut there. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down. 2nd and long here. They give it to him again. Got 7 yards on the play. It's 3rd and 3. They'll come to the line for the 8th snap on this opening drive, facing a 3rd and short. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Been showing them the run, now they'll throw it. Look out! Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. They'll snap it from the 30 on 1st down. Fresh set of downs going to the air. Back's got it on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. The last completion got him 6. Now it's 2nd and 4. They'll try it over the left side. Run ends there. Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. It's complete on the right side. Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Keeps it on the ground. Here's a little room there. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. Quarterback signaling to his guy. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3. After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. They'll run it. Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now
he caught it. He stopped short of the goal line, couldn't find his way in, and it'll bring up 4th and goal. They're going to run it. Picks his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And I love it. This offense making no bones about it. We're going to be aggressive. We get the ball down in the red zone, 4th and goal, Palmer. Stay aggressive. They run the football, and they get the touchdown.
And that's the shocking thing, David, is that on 4th down, they have supreme confidence in this offensive line to win up front, one-on-one, get some push, and then how about the ball carrier just finding his way into the end zone?
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So they only had to move the ball 30 yards on the drive, and they closed the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And they've got the veteran, this senior quarterback, to guide the ship. And a lot of pressure on these two quarterbacks. They know the guy on the other side can put points on the board.
Two outstanding quarterbacks going head-to-head in this one, Dave. And both of these guys had opportunities either to go to the league or transfer in the portal. They were offered lots of money. They decided to stay at their respective schools, knowing that this matchup was going to happen. And these are two guys right now jockeying for individual awards. They're jockeying for draft position. More than that, though, they want to get to the playoff and compete for a national championship.
Two alphas, right? Like two guys that are the dudes for their squad. They know it. They've been on these teams. They're the leader of their teams. How do they handle this big-time moment? Who presses? Who tries to do too much and maybe cost their team a little? Both these guys have been great. This is a big stage.
He's got the tight end. Each brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And here comes the punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Catches it cleanly at the 20. No room to bring it back. After that punt return, there is a man slow to get up. That is the senior linebacker who's been shaken up. Holly Rowe will give us an update on his condition. Here comes the offense onto the field again. To the back. There he goes. Enough to move the chains. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a first down, I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Working the ground game.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? From the gun, wants to pass. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Man, early in the game, I love when you set the tone and make the quarterback feel uncomfortable. Nice job getting him on the ground, getting your first sack of the day. Listen, they had 3 last week, but they want to continue to build on that number and keep getting it higher, and that's a great start.
The punt team makes its way onto the field. Gets the first one of the day off and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Pulled it, finds his man on the left. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. Let's see what they've got on second down. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Incomplete, and they fought for it, but it just squirted harmlessly to the ground. Facing a third down and short from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. First down here for the offense. Wants to keep it in the air. Quick catch. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Set up for second and short after that completion. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line. They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Oh, pressure's coming. Oh, it's picked off. A rare mistake from this guy. He was hoping for that interception return for the touchdown, but he's brought down at the 27.
Well, the defense was in cover two, which means they had two safeties playing deep, and they took everything away from the quarterback vertically, forcing him to have to try to check it down. And a great job by the linebacker, jumping the throw and getting the pick.
Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. The handoff. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The RPO, fire complete to the left. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. Wide receiver comes in motion. Gives it to the back on the draw. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking for a gap. It's Tremble. Just couldn't get away from the tackle. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's in there for a touchdown. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the offense back onto the field. From the gun, running back gets to give. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Incomplete. That one batted away at the line of scrimmage. Ball spotted at the 29. Here they come on 3rd and short. Keeps it himself. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. Looking for a productive play on first down.
And I feel like the option is a play that this guy can run in his sleep. He's constantly making the right decision, so I love it here. 3rd down, you're putting it on him to do the right thing. He had to keep the football there. The defense took everybody else away. It was open for him, so he's able to just pick up enough to keep this drive moving, keep the sticks rolling.
Snagged in the middle. It's good. Makes the grab and down immediately. He picks up a few. 3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. They're all over him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They bring the punter onto the field now. He'll go back to work and punt it away for the 2nd time. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Offense in a bunch formation. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Finds his target. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. It's a draw. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp. 3rd and long coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. After making the interception, he took it all the way back and sets up his offense at the 17-yard line.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
This offense has it with really good field position. Motion from the wideout. Trying to establish the run. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16. Long way to go on 2nd down. They'll ride him again. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, and he gets the ball back. Lucky to do so. Guess it could have been worse. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. Absolutely perfect. Now the lead is down to 11.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He gets a block. Got a little room. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Any time he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and then guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. Those opportunities, those returns like that can be such game changers, and everyone was right on point, and he took it to the house. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. A snap, wants to throw to start this drive. Back open in the middle. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. It's complete to the right. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Trying to squeak through the pile. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Running game got it done on the last play. Now it's first down. Sells the run, looking to pass. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. Last completion picked up a couple. Here comes 2nd and 8. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Reels it in. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Got his man in the middle. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. Just keeps slinging it. Right side, it's good. Makes the grab, down immediately. He picks up a few. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Rush right in his face. Complete in the middle. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the first down. Tight end now in motion. A first down run on the doorstep. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? And he'll break the plane for a touchdown.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 21-10. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Takes the handoff. It's Tremble.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain. No harm, no foul.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Firing to the right, complete. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down. And here comes the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. On the return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Defense picks it up. And he's going to make it all the way in for a touchdown off the fumble recovery.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point sails through for a 28-10 lead. The scoop and score, what a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Hauls it in. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. Set up for the first down play, and they're going to call a timeout and talk it over instead. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Caught. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Obviously didn't like what he saw on first down, and they used a timeout. Wants to throw on first. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Out wide right, it's McKay. He'll be dropped. 3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left. 1 more snap coming before halftime. Got to make the play on 4th. Looking for a big play. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, welcome into the Week 13 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. So many seasons on the line. We begin with the Texas A&M Aggies taking on the number 4 team, the Oklahoma Sooners. And it's the Sooners in real jeopardy of kissing that top 10 ranking goodbye. They're being punked right now, dominated in every aspect of the game, and we haven't even hit halftime. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Bringing things back to your game, one more refresher on how the first half went down. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to watch this one unfold. Back to our guys in the booth.
We're just about ready to start the second half. Looking for blockers. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. Got the quick completion. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. That first down was rather unproductive. Let's see what they've got on second down from the 16. Pulls it in. It's good. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Looking to throw. Setting up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. They kick it away on fourth down. Looking for room. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Working that left side now. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them, and they've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down the field. Really good decisions by the QB.
They'll line up for a second down play. Down he goes. A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. They got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range.
That's his second sack of the ball game. That dude is getting after the quarterback offensively. What's my adjustment? First of all, I'm going to roll out away from him. I'm going to double team him, let somebody else beat me, not that guy, because his speed off the edge is killing me.
The punt team makes its way onto the field. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. Not many play calls a coach likes better than this. 2nd and 1 after getting 9. Extending the play. Oh, he's got some space. He slides down, and he's got enough to convert the 2nd and short. They'll start this one from the 29 on 1st down. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. The give on the counter. Nowhere to go. Same song, 2nd verse, as this defense is ready for this guy. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Well, they're trailing by a lot of points right now, and the problem is there's usually only one way to get back into it, and that means throwing the ball, and the defense knows it. And that's why they're pinning their ears back. They're dialing up blitzes. Guys are just rushing upfield, and they're finding it easier to get to the quarterback. They've got a few sacks already in this game. It's going to be even easier at this point because this offense has just dug themselves into such a big hole.
Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. It's dropped after taking the hit. 2nd and long here. The snap sets up to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Silva. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going back to the ground. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Solid run on the last play. Sets this offense up on 1st down. To the ground. He's got it again. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Kept it on the ground on 1st down. Now back to the line. Pulls and fires complete to the right. And he stopped, brought down at the 18. It'll be enough for the 1st down. The defense is backed up as the offense is in the red zone. They'll run it. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Running inside. It's Tremble. They've got him corralled. They've started a pretty good drive. This will be the 7th play, but they need to convert 3rd and 5. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. Bunch formation for these receivers. Drops back on 1st down. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple. After the 4-yard completion on 1st down, now it's 2nd and 6. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And he can fill up the hand now with that pick, man. That's number 5 on the season, consistently making plays for his defense. Always a guy where we're going to be calling his name over and over again.
Now this offense is back on the field. Using his legs, it's Tremble. Past the 6. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll ride the hot hand. Defense holds their ground. Pickup of a yard. It's at the 26. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Pulls it on the option. Turning it on. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Run in the red zone. It's Tremble. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Quarterback changing the play. Handoff again. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? Looking for the marker. And he burrows his way into the end zone.
And the head coach is going to keep going for it on 4th down because his offense responds like that. Your coach gives you the ultimate vote of confidence. Down on the goal line, we're going for it. I believe in you guys to execute and get us in the end zone, and they pay it off. Phenomenal job up front by the offensive line. You love to see a team respond to their coach's confidence.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So they marched the ball 41 yards on that drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. The give. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. They want to throw it. Turns it upfield. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Right side, it's good. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. Caught behind the line. It's good. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. 2nd down, gonna throw it. He tries to take the top off. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He'll pull it down. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Makes the grab on the left. Trying to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there. Second down, gonna throw it. Under pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Just gets rid of that one. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
He had nowhere to go with the football. Fourth down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's fourth down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with the sack.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. From the gun, the running back has it. Breaks into the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. From the gun, snowed under by the defense. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Churns into the pile. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And now this offense will take the field again. Fresh set of downs going up top. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. Got him right there. Long way to go on second down. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. Makes the tackle. They need a huge play on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds a man in the middle. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. Looking to throw again. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. They're working that left side. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Short completion on first down, and here they are with 2nd and 8. Sells to fake. Fires to the wideout. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Knocks him down a couple of yards short of the marker, and how about this free safety showing those tackling skills and forcing a fourth down. Snaps on fourth down. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Looking for running room. Maybe headed to the end zone. Keep it on the ground, and he's in for the touchdown.
Yeah, and listen, that is awesome to see the guys continue to fight, continue to keep competing, because this game is over. Like, we don't need to fool y'all. We're not trying to get y'all to stick around and improve ratings. Like, the game's over, but you're continuing to fight. You powered in for the touchdown, and show your kids that we're going to always fight no matter what the score is.
Lining up for the PAT. And it's up and good. They march 78 yards down the field. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick.
Well, trailing by as much as they are here in the fourth quarter, no big surprise. They're going to go onside kick, and obviously their opponent was ready for it. They hop on the football, and they're going to ice this game, it looks like.
Nowhere to go on that one. He's going to lose 5. Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. Might as well run him again. There he goes. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. Unloads to the wideout. He can't make the grab. It's incomplete, but there is a flag, and I believe this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things they're going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.